Hey everyone, it is Destiny Cecile. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys watch my shorts, then you're a real one because I have been posting shorts very consistently in July. We actually gained like 200 subscribers, which is so crazy just off of shorts. And I was like, I need to make long form content, but the summer has been so busy, but I'm so glad and I'm so blessed to be back on YouTube. Last video, I was completely destroyed. I came on here and I spoke about my life, relationships, things like that, everything that I was going through. And that was probably one of the lowest points in my life. I was in school, in college, in my dorm. I really isolated myself. I was very alone, and the people I was around or hanging out with didn't really have the best influence on me. I'm a changed person. I will 100% say I am so much better. I feel so much better. I'm back home. I'm in California, and summer is actually about to be over, but to be continued with that. Today I want to talk about how I healed and how I am so much better because of God. I really feel like this year I came to Christ in the best way possible. I feel like God has changed me, revealed a lot to me. He has opened up doors, He has closed doors, He has done amazing things, He has done wonders. I have lost 20 pounds, got closer to God, started hobbies, doing things I never thought. Even my friends are like, oh my God, you're always out. And that's so true. I'm always doing something. I'm always out, and I feel so much better and happy. I want my YouTube to be a place where people could come heal, talk about their relationship with God, talk about what they've been through, their journey, and just really a place where you can open up as women, as men. I do a lot of girl chats, but if you're a guy and you just want to sit and watch and pick some things up, I sit down, get your popcorn. Towards the end of the school year, around March, April, I was down bad. I was going through a lot. I had a lot on my mind, and it really got to a point where I cried myself to sleep every day. I would go to bed at 3 a.m. I would binge eat. I would do things that were negatively affecting my body. And it wasn't till I realized my health was on a decline where I really locked in, and I was just like, what are you doing? Like, I used to be in high school. I used to be all about health. I used to be all about going out, doing things, just having fun, being out there. And I really feel like, unfortunately, college did change me, and not in the best way. College really showed me that if you don't have community, if you don't have God, if you don't have supportive people, and that's not to say I don't have supportive people, but if you don't have some type of thing you can run to, ultimately you're just gonna keep going through these doors. You're gonna try to do things that you have absolutely no business doing. Like, looking back at the month of February alone, the things I don't even remember the month of February. Anyways, as I was saying, in March, I locked in. I started going to the gym, started making sure I got my 10,000 steps a day, and I really started my relationship with Christ, and I really started Bible studying, and I really started understanding the Word. That completely changed me as a human being. I feel like in the past, when I tried to do Pilates, go to the gym, I would always look at my body so negatively. Like, I would always be like, oh my God, like, I'm so big, like, and mind you, the most I've ever weighed was 136, but I used to look at myself as trash. I used to look at myself like, being insulin resistant, having that little pudge on my belly. I used to feel really low about myself, and instead of doing things about that situation, I just continue to binge eat and continue to do things that ultimately ruined my body. I really started locking in. A lot of my friends around me, the people that I was hanging out with, noticed that I disappeared. It's not that I didn't want to be friends with anyone. It's not that I thought I was better than anyone. I just simply wanted to be alone. I wanted to figure out what it was I needed in that moment. The beauty about doing that is, during those times of isolation, God is going to open your eyes. God is going to reveal so many things that you didn't see in the past because of all the distractions that were in your way. God revealed to me that there's more in life. I used to be trapped in my dorm. I didn't really do much. I wasn't really involved in my school. I just felt really alone over there. And I feel like a lot of the reason why I went so far for school, because I went from California to Delaware, was just because I wanted to run away, and I didn't want to face my problems that I had going on at home, that I had going on mentally in California, but all I did was take it over there with me. You can't keep running away, because if you're running, guess what? There's something chasing you. It taught me that I have to face my fears. I have to lock in with reality, and it changed me for the better. April goes around, and like I said, I'm getting healthy, I'm going to the gym, and that's when people started noticing a little bit, okay, well, she's doing well, she's just changing her ways. May came around, and May was probably one of my best months ever. May came around, I felt destiny again. I felt new again. I felt that God was finally letting me feel comfortable again. For so long in May, I looked in the mirror and I smiled and I said I was beautiful. And I had not said that in so long. There was a point where I didn't want to look in the mirror. I would get out the shower, you know, there's a shower, I just walk out the shower. There was a time I literally hated facing myself. I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. I didn't know what I was staring at. May was the month that I thought I was pretty. I thought I was gorgeous. I thought I was worth something. I started to realize that there's more to life than being alone. There's more to life than being 100%. School is one of the top priorities. One thing I would tell my freshman self is there's more to life than being a college student. You are so much more than a college student. Just because people might have this perception on you, you know, Destiny went so far, you know, she's so smart. I want to be known for what I stood for in life. 100%. My degree that I'm working on will be something that I am proud of 100%. I want to leave the earth and meet God knowing that I walked in his purpose. I did everything that he wanted me to do. I listened to his word. I spread his word. Once you start to heal, you literally start recognizing yourself. Like, for example, in my prayers, right? And usually I have this thing whenever I pray, I always cry. Like, it's not even like I'm sad or anything. Whenever I talk to God, I feel him so much, I get emotional. So whenever I pray, I notice I'm just speaking. Like, I started to pray and realize I don't have a script. I'm not coming to God asking him for anything. It just starts coming out. Like the word, I remember I was sat in prayer and I was praying for someone, and out of nowhere I said, God bless his family. I instantly started crying because that wasn't in my script. Like, I didn't come, like, that wasn't planned. And you see the beauty of the Holy Spirit when you just start speaking, like you just start going. And I felt myself just move. I got into a routine, go to the gym, go out, have fun, balance homework, balance Bible study. I started prioritizing things that matter to me. Bible study is something I've done all summer. I have filled up pages in my book. Finally, I've had this little book with me since I was 16. For a couple years I had the book. I only really filled it out maybe like 5 times a year. This summer alone, I filled up more than half of the book. Just listening to sermons, listening to pastors, reading, understanding the word, understanding that God wants me to live in my true purpose. God knows what I'm going through. And for a long time, I thought nobody understood me. You know, my sister, my mom, I thought no one understood me. But the whole time, God understood me. I would always acknowledge God. I would always thank God. I would always tell him, you know, thank you for hearing me out. You know, thank you for understanding me. Because I would always know that, you know, at least I got him on my side. Everything could be going wrong in my life right now, but at least I know I have someone on my side. My time in California has showed me that you don't have to run away from anything. A couple years back before I left for college, God was with me, and he has never left. Before I make this video too long, I just want to reflect to the past and say that there's nothing in my journey of growing with God and my journey of healing and my journey of everything that I regret. I regret nothing. When I was crying myself to sleep, doing things I was not supposed to be doing, I saw what the enemy can do to you when you are most fragile, when you are broken, when you are down. The enemy is going to take advantage of your weakness. But God says, surrender to me, tell me, open the door, and I'm going to be there for you. And ever since I fully accepted Jesus Christ and I have opened the door, it has been nothing but blessings. Life is almost starting not to make any sense anymore. And it's starting to feel a lot more peaceful. It's starting to feel I feel a sense of relief. I feel so much better. I feel like I was carrying a giant weight on my shoulders, and God just took it off. He just released it. And I'm going through a lot right now. You know, I'm going through multiple things right now, trying to figure out situations. And a couple months back, I would have handled what I'm going through right now completely different, but I've just surrendered it. I surrendered everything. I just tell God and I stop talking about it. Because at the end of the day, I know my faith is what's going to control everything. My faith is my destiny. And once you start to realize, the more you believe, the more you know God is going to make a way, regardless whether it's financial, whether it's physical, whatever the case is, God is going to make a way for you. So glad to be back, and I'm sorry that this video kind of felt all over the place. I didn't really have a script. I came on here and I said I was just gonna say what came directly to my mind, and there's so many things that I probably left out within my healing journey, and I could talk more about it, but it really, words can't explain how blessed I am to be in the position I'm in, and I feel so much better. And I just really, I like, you know how long it's been since, like, I could say I'm happy, like, life is starting to feel so much better. Like, it's such a relief. I'm not lying, I'm not fronting in front of this camera. Like, I could tell you guys, life is going great, and I'm a product of God's miracles. I am. 8 months ago, I didn't think I was gonna be here, and here I am talking about how God has changed me, and if he could change me, he can change you. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate each and every single one of you that have been showing me love on my shorts. I have gained 200 subscribers just in the month of July. So thank you so much to the newbies. Thank you. I will be consistent. I will be there for you. I pray that God continues to bless every single one of you, and I will catch you in the next video.